NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball. We're at Sidney, where the Butler Aviators will take on the Sidney Yellow Jackets. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Cargill, and NK Telco. My name is Craig Louth. I'll be bringing you play-by-play, and alongside me tonight is Mr. Jeff Henchen, who will be doing the stats for me and stuff. And Jeff, we should have a very good, interesting game tonight. Both teams are sitting at the top of the opposite divisions in the Miami Valley League, with Butler coming in at 5-1 in the Miami division, and Sidney coming in at 4-2 in the Valley division. So,
a nice little test tonight, as both teams have been very successful. You look at Butler; they lost the first two games of the season by 2 and 4 points. They have not lost since. They've run off 5 in a row. Sidney's been very competitive. The overall record, like you said, of 5-2. They scored the ball pretty well. Butler, I think, plays a little bit different pace, so we'll see how these two styles kind of compete or clash together. And it's a nice little ball game here. With anytime you have two front runners, you're almost midway through the season. Things have kind of settled out. You begin to get a feel of who's who and who's not. But I think both these teams consider themselves who's who, and look to make a statement win or a big win against a good opponent tonight.
Yep. So this is, I think, me and you had the Sidney-West Carrollton game, and that's when West Carrollton was kind of up there at the top and against Sidney. But stay tuned, folks. We should be in for a whale of a ball game tonight. Two different styles. Sidney with the running. I don't want to say run and gun, but they like to get dribble drive and to the bucket. And the Aviators with their kind of slow down.
A little bit more patient.
Yep, a little bit more patient. So we're going to come back with the national anthem and the starting lineups and also the keyhole keys to the game. So we'll be back right after this.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our four-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The Hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Welcome back to Sidney High School. Getting ready for the starting lineup introductions. The Aviators are coached by Andy Holderman in his second year. Before that, he was coach at Tip for 5 years as a girls varsity. John Willoughby, the Sidney coach, is in his 8th year at the helm of the Yellow Jackets. Starting lineups for the Aviator of Butler. Number 0, John Fain Cunningham, a 6-foot senior. Number 3, a 6'4" sophomore, Julius Rusk, a 5'11" junior. Number 4, Tavian Crump, a 5'8" junior. Number 5, TJ Green, and a 6-foot senior, number 30, A.J. Holderman. So there's the starters for your Aviator Butlers. Or I should say Butler Aviators. Switch that around. Waiting on the Yellow Jackets.
And now the starters for your Yellow Jackets.
Again, Sidney coached by John Willoughby.
Number 3, Ethan.
First one, a 6'2" junior, number 3, Ethan New. A 6'1", a 6'1" junior, number 12, Chase Daniel. 5'10 junior, number 1, Azon Steele. 5'9 junior, leading scorer for Sidney, number 5, Julius Spradling. And the big man in the middle, a 6'4 senior, number 10, Mitchell Davis. Those are starting lineups. First, let's go over our key holes, key to the game. Jeff, take it away.
First for the Butler Aviators, they would like to stop the dribble drive that Sidney likes to do so well. They also want to play at their pace, their own pace. We talked about how Sidney likes to push it. I think Butler's going to slow it down, and they need to rebound. They don't want the Yellow Jackets any extra opportunities, so they feel rebounding is very important in their success. And for Sidney, they want to limit second chance opportunities as well, especially to number 3, Julius Rusk. He averages almost 5 offensive boards a game. They also want to get to the free throw line. Sidney's a very good free throw shooting team at 73%, and they want to be able to hit down the perimeter shots. They hit the three-point shot at 39%.
That's good shooting for three-pointers. Sidney controlled the tip. Davis has it down low. He's going against Rusk. Nice move by Mitchell Davis. Oh, misses the short jumper there off the glass. Here comes the Aviators. TJ Green with it. He gets it. Oh, knocked away there by Mitchell Davis. Good defense by the 6'4 senior.
Both teams have started off making a concerted effort to get it into their big guys.
Yeah. Spradling with it now. Brings it back out front. Daniels with it. He puts up a jumper. No. Rebound, Rusk. Oh, he got a breakout for Holderman. He puts it up and in. A.J. Holderman with the first bucket of the game, 2-0.
Well, like we
Butler.
said, we thought Butler would slow it down.
And there they ran with it.
We see a rebound by Rusk and a baseball pass or a full court pass where Holderman able to lay it in.
So Sidney back with it.
I mentioned Rusk, the 4 offensive rebound. He averages 5 defenses, so he's just below a double-double, averaging almost the 11.4 points a game and just under 9 rebounds a game.
Oh, we're going to get a blocking foul there on Cunningham. That'll be his first.
JFC, John Fane Cunningham, his first foul, as Craig mentioned. First of the team here in the first quarter.
So Azon Steele to inbound for Sidney. Spradling brings it up, gets it into New. Almost knocked away. There it is. Stolen, but it's going to be off Ethan New's leg. So that's going to be a turnover on Sidney.
I believe causing that was TJ Green, number 5, pretty active, got
Quick
the deflection.
hands. Yep.
TJ Green won't get maybe credit for the steal. He does come in averaging 2 steals a game, but that one definitely caused the Sidney turnover. Good defense by TJ Green.
So Holderman with it now. Gets it over to Cunningham. Oh, Spradling could have had a steal there. There's a drive. Holderman's going to put up a lefty 3. No. Rebound, Ethan New.
Yellow Jackets, I mentioned a very good three-point shooting team at 39%.
Spradling
turnover.
Got his pocket picked by TJ Green. He's going to go the length of the court. Off glass, good.
Well, I just talked about TJ Green averaging 2 steals. He stole it and scored it coast to coast. And again, that slow, patient offense. So opposite of what we've just seen.
Yep.
Both their buckets have come in transition.
Oh, we're going to get a blocking foul. Number 4, Taven Crump. That'll be his first.
Mentioned a good shooting for the Yellow Jackets from three-point land, 39%. Butler 9 points below that at 30%, so not a real good explosive three-point shooting team, and also at 67% free throw shooting, not as well as what Sidney does. There's a nice top-down assist from Davis, basket to New.
Nice pass by the big man, hitting Ethan New down low. 4-2, approaching 5 minutes to go here, first quarter. Rusk standing with it out on the left side. Now Holderman out front. Gets it over to Crump. Crump going to drive. Holderman's going to try three again. No, in and out. Rebound, Spradling. Here comes Yellow Jackets.
Turnover.
A little bit of a collision there, but no foul.
That would have been the second foul on Taven Crump, but I think Coach Willoughby also,
He's not happy with that one.
Break maybe for the Butler Aviators. They avoid getting the second quick foul on Tavian Crump and force the third Sidney turnover here in not even 4 minutes of action.
Holderman with it. He drives. Pumps. No. Rebound. Spradling. Crump almost got another foul there, reaching in on Spradling on the rebound.
Yeah, if he's a caddy to have 9 lives, he's almost used up those here. He's been aggressive. He's putting some pressure on the ball now. Just don't want to get that second foul this early in the first quarter.
Spradling down to New, who gets it down to Mitchell Davis. Davis out to Daniels. Daniels drives, puts it up. Good. Ties it up at 4.
I believe that's where Coach Holderman wanted to stop, the dribble drive. And
yep, exactly.
You see how explosive Daniel was, and he was able to go off the dribble and finish at the rim. Nice soft touch.
Holderman with it. He gets it down to Cunningham, who's Rusk, over to T.J. Green.
Rusk is a very good field goal shooter, but I'd imagine most of his offense comes around the rim. There he shuffled.
There's a walk.
Yeah, he didn't land it cleanly, but Rusk is a 52% field goal shooter. But I'm guessing most of his, we mentioned his offensive rebounding, I'm thinking his range is, let's say, around the rim and in the paint.
Within, 5 feet?
Probably.
3 feet?
I'm sure he's got a little bit of ability, but I think most of his scoring is probably going to be very close inside. He didn't even look at the rim where he called it at the elbow, as there's an illegal screen on New.
And how many times have we seen that this year? If the illegal screens,
Yeah, I think it should be called more. People don't set them square, and then they lean, and their feet are way outside their shoulders, and just gotta be stationary, and you can't come up and blindside. You can't come up and blindside the defender. You have to give him a step if you're going to blindside, and so you don't see that a lot either called.
Holderman's going to try 3 again. That's off. Could see that from here. Rebound to Steele. Under 3 minutes to go here, first quarter, 4-4. Butler and Sidney. Spradling with it now. He's stopped by Cunningham.
Definitely a pace, Craig, that I think Butler likes.
New for 3, no. Rebound pulled down by T.J. Green. Here comes Green in transition. He gets it off to Rusk. Rusk puts it up, no. Gets his rebound, got it. There was an offensive rebound.
Yeah, it is, and he's 50% there, and he capitalizes on his offensive rebound opportunity. I mentioned earlier, averages 4 offensive rebounds a game.
Steele with 3, no. Rebound, battle for New. Here's Davis. Davis partially blocked by Cunningham. Here comes Holderman. Up to Rusk. Rusk off glass, good, and we're going to get a timeout by Coach Willoughby. 2:04 to go here in the first quarter. 8-4, Sidney. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here. Again, we'd like to thank these sponsors for bringing you tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Cargill, and NK Telco. Coming out of the Precision Strip timeout. 8-4, Butler with 6 fast break points.
Yes, I just was going to say, we talked about the slow pace. I think their defense kind of slows the game down, but they've scored, like you just said, in transition.
Yes.
And then the time they didn't score, they got Rusk was able to rebound his own missed shot. And, again, he scored 2 back-to-back buckets right around the rim. But kind of deceptive. They're not a slow-down team. It's just very patient. And,
right.
But when given the opportunity, especially off a rebound, they've been very successful here. And I think Coach Willoughby wants to address that to his players, make sure they get back on defense.
They're still with the move. He puts up a wild shot. No, New had the rebound, loses it out of bounds. He's saying it was touched by the Aviators, but no.
I think Coach
Willoughby.
He just asked what is going on in here. He wasn't happy with a foul call or non-foul call earlier. And see what happens here.
Yeah.
He's upset.
He's barking at all three officials, just not the one. He's giving them an earful. Who's ever in front of him there in front of the bench. So into the game, number 33, Jalen Wright. Here's Rusk. Gets tied up. Oh, he tries to throw it off Spradling, but off Spradling and right to Mitchell Davis. Daniel's going to put up a jumper. In and out. Davis with the rebound. No. Gets it back again. He puts it up. Good. He's going to go to the line.
Well, good job battling by Davis, and he capitalizes on that second offensive rebound. The hoop and the harm. Much needed points for the Jacks here to kind of get their offensive momentum started.
That's going to be John Fain Cunningham's second foul. So he's going to have to sit down here, and Luke Seibert's coming in. Seibert?
Seibert. I know they said Seibert, but I went through that with the coaches. They said, pretty sure it's Seibert.
So Mitchell Davis at the line, trying to complete the three-point play.
On the season, Mitchell Davis, 61% from
No.
the line, 11 of 18, make that now 11 of 19.
Rusk with the rebound.
He's already had a handful of rebounds.
Yeah, he has.
Julius Rusk, a 6'4" sophomore. He's big, but he's not bulky. He's very almost like a forward build. He's I thought he'd be like wider base, but
Tucker Heron, they're going to get Tucker Heron with the foul underneath.
Coach Willoughby's going to have a eruption here in a second. But likewise, we mentioned Rusk. He's going up against Davis. Davis is very slender as well. So both, quote, the big guys are more vertical and more slender versus maybe, let's say, being bulky or wide.
Shot put up there by T.J. Green. He hits.
He's 2 for 2 in the game. Is Green. He averages 11 points on the season, 4 here in the quarter, and a 4-point Aviator lead.
10-6. 35 seconds to go, first quarter. And a quick moving first quarter. Steele with it, drives, puts up a shot, got it.
Nice
from
recovery.
the left elbow, got her.
Nice recovery, had good power going up, hung in there. I thought he almost could have been called a foul on Butler. It was almost like they were arm barring him, like on defense.
Yeah.
Like had his arm out to slow him down. It didn't affect Steele. He was able to score his first points of the game. Second leading scorer on the team at 16.9 a game.
We're at 5 seconds, 4. Butler has to get it off. Runner up, no. Rusk at the buzzer, and they're not going to count it. So that'll do it here. First quarter action in the books. Butler with a 10-8 lead over the Sidney Yellow Jackets. We'll be back after this 60-second break and bring you second quarter action. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Back at the Hive in Sydney. First quarter action complete. Butler 10, Sydney 8. Butler to inbound the ball to begin the second quarter.
Came within about a fraction of a 12-8 score as, again, Rusk around the rim. Got the rebound, but couldn't get it out of his hands in time as it rolled in. They just not allow it, but very efficient offense for the Aviators. 5 of 11 from the field. Of those 5 of 11, 0 of 3 from three-point land. Much of their offense came in transition.
Oh, nice move there. Holderman. Jalen Wright fed Holderman coming down the lane. 12-8, Butler.
Yellow Jackets first quarter shooting 4 of 10 from 2-point range, 0 for 2 3-point range, 4 of 12 overall.
There's a give and go, knocked away there by Siebert.
Sidney had 4 turnovers in the first quarter. Butler had 3 turnovers.
Davis knocked away by Rusk on the inbound.
Pace again, Craig, I feel like it's in Butler's advantage. They're very comfortable. They come in averaging 46 points a game, giving up only 38. Sidney scoring 57 a game and giving up 46.
Steal, nice move to the left, puts it in.
That's back-to-back buckets by Azon Steele, who both times off the dribble, hangs in the air.
There's a steal by Daniel. Daniel goes up, off glass, no. Then they're going to get a foul on number 5.
TJ Green?
Yep. That's going to put Daniel out the line. Chance to tie.
Good anticipation by Daniel, and comes up with the steal, and he's a 66% shooter from the free throw line this season. 8 of 12 limited shots or attempts, but make that now 8 of 13. Again, Sidney, Craig, I said, comes in at 73% as a team. That's a pretty good mark as a team.
For a high school, yes.
They're 0 for 2 tonight.
Daniel with the second. Got it.
Make that now 1 for 3 as a team, and Daniel now with 3 points.
Butler with a 1-point lead, 12-11, 7 minutes to go here, second quarter. Green blows by. Spradling goes at Davis, and Davis is going to get a foul called on him.
Davis, his first, team first. Free throws coming up for TJ Green, who's been very athletic today. He comes in averaging 11 points a game. 72% shooter from the free throw line.
He's the second leading scorer for the Aviators at 11 points a game.
They're kind of balanced. Their leading scorer is Julius Rusk at 11.4, then 11 points here for Green, and then 10 points for Holderman.
Yeah.
So kind of 3 guys right there, and they only score, I say only, they score 46 points a game, so not a high explosive offensive team. I think they rely on their defense to not have to rely on their offense to score as much, only giving up 38 points a game.
So Green hit both free throws, so it's 14-11, and we're going to get an over-back call on Sidney. So another turnover on the Jackets.
First of the quarter, 5th of the game, dead ball turnover. And there you'll see where the ball went out of bounds or picked up.
Yeah, down on the end.
Because it was a Sidney violation, the ball comes out to the 28-foot mark out here, so you don't penalize Butler by making them take the ball out of bounds in the corner following a Sidney mistake.
There's a move partially blocked by Spradling, but there's Siebert. He puts it in.
Another offensive rebound, second one they've had today, where they've twice now scored 4 points on.
Spradling, long three, no. Rebound, Rusk. Battling Ethan New there. Here comes Holderman. Holderman, Siebert. Oh, a little late on the pass. Couldn't handle it. Stolen away by Azon Steele. Hitting the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. 16-11, Butler. Steele. Nice move. Knocked away by Rusk.
Is he trying to pass that? Maybe. I think he kind of.
Yeah, it looked like he had a wide open layup, and then he tried passing it.
Either that or went to a reverse layup and kind of ran out of momentum.
Yeah.
And I'm not for sure. Nonetheless, we'll just call it a deflected pass out of bounds.
Yep.
But I thought so too. When he went baseline, I thought he's going up, and then he kind of came as a reverse layup. And
down to Daniel. Might have got away with a walk there. Steele with it. He puts up a jumper. No. Rebound. Siebert. TJ Green with it. Spradling on him. Almost losing it. Tucker Heron tried to get it away. Russ. No. Gets his own rebound. Gives it up to Siebert. Siebert, nice jumper there. The largest lead of the game so far for the Aviators. 7 points, 18-11.
Another offensive rebound.
How many does Russ have?
Rebounds or points? Rebounds, I'm guessing he's got 3 offensive rebounds and probably 3 defensive boards at least. So he's already at probably 6 or 7 rebounds here in the first half.
Daniel with it, gets it to New, down low on the right block. He puts up left hand, no. Going to be knocked out of bounds, and the ball's going to stay with Sidney.
Well, another look here. A nice defensive play by Rusk. Going up, challenging New. A battle of threes going at it. Shot was definitely altered with the hand of Rusk in the area. So Sidney basketball and need an offensive. Need to get some rhythm here.
Yeah.
Just 3 points here in the quarter.
Davis. New back to Davis. Daniel. Daniel take a three. No. Rebound, Rusk.
Yeah, we've said rebound Rusk quite a bit
Yes,
already.
we have.
Like I said earlier, I was going to try to keep individuals on him, but we'll go right now. He's got at least 6, maybe 7, and probably about 50-50. 4 defensive and 3 offensive.
Green with it. Closely guarded by Spradling there. Holderman with it. Crump hits Russ. Blocked by Mitchell Davis. He was out of bounds when he came back in and then touched the ball before his feet got established. So
Mitchell Davis leads the team in block shots. That's number 11 for number 10, his 11th block shot. And though it does stay with the Aviators, so they kind of get a second chance here on the missed shot.
Siebert over to Green. Green thought about it. Back to back out. Crump. He's on steal on him.
8-3 scoring advantage for the Aviators here in the second quarter.
Here's that patient offense by Butler. Looking for the cutters coming across.
Yeah, no hurry. You can see they're not forcing it, and Rusk not being guarded out that
Nice
far.
move. Oh, he gets his own rebound, puts it up. No. Rebound again. Oh, he's going to get a walk there. He had 2 shots at it. Southmore just couldn't put it in.
Well, you see how he gets his. I said he battles. I mean, they're all around the rim. His 4 offensive rebounds per game. He's had at least, well, he had 2 of them there, so probably 5 or 6 now offensive boards.
He's got to be double figures, I'm guessing, overall on rebounds.
Now, he's not made a field goal here in the second quarter. He's 0 for 4 from the field, and he's had some opportunities.
There's Davis, got it. Nice feed from Spradling.
Kind of a breakdown there as Davis so able to come up, scores 4th point. Much needed points again for the Yellow Jackets as they've only scored now 4 in a quarter. I'm sorry, 5.
Oh, there's a steal. Steal. He goes to the line. Got it. Nice. Hang in the air by Azon Steele. And he drops it in. There's a Euro step. Blocked by Davis. Davis off to Azon Steele. Sidney can tie it with a 3 here. Steele's going to take a long 3. Hit. No. Rebound Rusk. Butler's going to slow it down, I think, a little bit. Catch their breath a little bit. We're approaching 2 minutes to go here. Second quarter, 18-15, Aviators.
And, there's a timeout as Davis wasn't even worried about Rusk out there at the perimeter.
I looked. I don't think he's attempted a 3-point shot yet this year.
He has not. 0 for 0.
Yep. So, 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here. We'd like to thank our additional sponsors of Carriage Works, Chiltex, LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assistant Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Securcom, Buds, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Minute 59 to go here before halftime. Butler with an 18-15 lead and the ball out of bounds on the left side of the court.
Well, Sidney's put some offense together here as of late. A couple baskets here in their last couple possessions has helped their offense that was kind of struggling the first part or most of the second quarter, but they only find themselves down by 3.
Rusk with it. Holderman. Back in the game is Jalen Wright for the Aviators. Yeah, Davis is just going to let Russ sit out there. There's a drive, partially blocked, I think, by Davis there, or he affected the shot of Crump. So here comes Yellow Jackets. Daniel with it. Davis down to New against Siebert, puts it up, blocked from behind by Rusk.
Nice entry, good defense by the Aviators, but a nice top-down pass from Davis to New. Just couldn't finish with a good defensive swat by Rusk.
Minute to go here. Second quarter. Siebert with it. Oh, he's going to throw it away.
5 turnovers in the quarter for the Aviators, 8 in the game. Sydney's done a nice job in the second quarter. They just have 1 turnover.
Yeah,
that came early in the second quarter, so they've been very good with the basketball here in the second quarter.
I mean, it's kind of been a physical game, but fouls is only 4-2 overall. Here's Spradling. He puts up a shot. No. Rebound. Davis tried to tip it out, but he tipped it to Jalen Wright. Let's see if Butler holds it up for one shot into the game. Nope, that's Rusk. My bad. Not used to seeing Rusk from this vantage point from behind.
He can stand out there and hold the ball if he wanted to. They're not going to come out and challenge. Now they got to get creative, down under 10 seconds.
So they bring him back out with Wright. Russ sets the pick. He drives, puts up a shot. No. Rusk almost with the rebound. Spradling won't get it off, and that's going to do it. First half action in the books. Butler 18, Sidney 15. We'll take this halftime break, and we'll bring you exciting second half action of Miami Valley League basketball. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Okay, we're back here at Sidney at halftime with Butler having an 18-15 lead. And to look at our mid-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, here's Mr. Jeff Henson.
Thank you, Craig. In a game that's kind of been played at the Butler pace, they lead 18-15 from the field. Butler was 8 of 19, 2-point shooting, 0 of 3, 3-point shooting overall. 8 of 22 from the field for 36%. Sidney, 7 of 17 from 2-point shooting, 0 of 5 3-point shooting, 7 of 22 for just 31% for the Yellow Jackets. Free throw shooting, Butler 2 for 2, Sidney 1 for 3. Rebounding, Butler had 19 rebounds. Of those 19, 7 were offensive, and of those 7 offensive rebounds, they converted those back for 6 second chance points. Yellow Jackets, 11 rebounds. Of those 11, 4 were offensive, and they were able to turn that into 2 points, second chance opportunity. Turnovers, Butler with 8 and Sidney with 5. Your scores in the game, 6 points for TJ Green, 4 apiece from the following 3 Aviators: Julius Rusk, AJ Holderman, Luke Seibert, their total of 18. For Sidney, Azon Steele with 6, 4 from Mitchell Davis, 3 from Jace Daniel, 2 from Ethan New, their total of 15. And that's where we stand. And a couple quarters to go, and right now Butler, it's a slim margin, and the stats are fairly even. Give the Aviators a little bit of advantage on the offensive rebound that we talked about. Russ came up big and does what he does, and Sidney just has not been able to get in their pace. They're 0 for 5 from three-point shooting, a team that comes in at just under 40%, yet to nail their first one. So they'd like to see that visually go in so they can get some confidence and help their offense.
Oh, there's a lob to Mitchell. Works to perfection. The alley-oop.
We had a good angle for it. Just as I was talking, I go, Davis is doing something, and nice pass from Spradling. And
Holderman for 3. He hits.
What's a big answer, Craig? You get a momentum dunk play, and then Butler hits their first three-point shot of the game. So the first dunk of the game, although also the first attempt, and also the first three-pointer of the game.
One thing that I find interesting is that Julius Spradling hasn't dented the scoreboard yet.
You're correct. He's taken 2 shots, a three-pointer and a two-pointer in the second quarter, but he averages 17.7 points a game.
There's Spradling now with the ball. He gives it up to Daniel. Daniel from right elbow, no. Spradling with the rebound. Gets it off to Steele. Steele fakes, drives, goes in, up, off glass, good.
Well, you mentioned Spradling hasn't scored. Well, he's still playing the game. He comes up with an offensive rebound there to keep the possession alive, and his teammate, Azon Steele, second chance opportunity.
Oh, nobody's got Holderman down low, off glass, good. Sidney came out in a 1-2-2 press. Holderman got behind everybody.
And that's the risk you take when you have a press. You give up some options, and Butler was able to throw the long pass strong, beat the defense down the court, and Holderman was able to get it on the left side, made it for an easy shot for the left-hander. His 5th point of the quarter, his 9th of the game.
Still with it over to Daniel. Daniel drives. He's going to get fouled. Check your score once. Is that right?
I don't know. What
should be 23-21 maybe. I think that
wait. It was 18 and a half. It should be 23-21 to 19.
To 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Ethan New with the shot there. Good. 25-21. I'm not sure if the score is correct. We're at 5:50 to go here.
You're right, because I have Sidney down to 6 points. The dunk by Davis, Ethan New, and the steal basket, 6 1/4. They had 15 at half. They should have 21. And for Butler, they have a three-pointer from Holderman and a two-pointer hit in the press break. And they should have 23.
Holderman off the green from the side. No. Rebound, Rusk. Another offensive rebound for the Southmore.
There they got it fixed, Craig. 23-21.
Yep. Cunningham with it. Cunningham didn't play at all there in the second quarter. Picked up 2 quick fouls. Holderman for 3. He hits back-to-back.
What a quarter for the coach's son. 8 points in the quarter, a dozen in the ball game. And he has
26-21.
Opened up a 5-point lead, illegal screen.
Looked like Davis was blocking more than anything. He had those elbows out, and that's what nailed him.
His second foul of the contest. He will stay in for right now. Yes, with 2 fouls. Not the end of the world, but it does take away, more importantly, an opportunity to score. Your trail by 5. Boy, you think you had a great start with the set play to Davis, a dunk, but Butler's answered very nicely. Large part and due to this young man.
Holderman for 3 again. Back to back to back.
He was struggled shooting in the first quarter, went 1 for 5, missed all 3 of his three-point shots in the first quarter. He has made up for it here. He's 4 for 4 in the third quarter.
Davis down low, off glass, good. 29-23.
8 points for Mitchell Davis.
Wright with the ball. Rusk now. Jalen Wright gets it down to Rusk. He backs it back out. Butler running that offense. Here comes Wright. He drives, gets it off to Rusk, off glass, good. Nice give and go feed there.
The basket by Russ, the assist from Sammy Ball. We were just talking about
Yeah.
number 33 quarterbacks, and number 33 is Jalen Wright.
There's a steal by Wright. Wright gets it up, back to Wright. And we got a 10-point lead here by Aviators. Sidney wants a timeout, so we'll take one with him. Precision strip timeout. 3:29 to go here, third quarter. Butler 33, Sidney 23. We'll be back right after this.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Back here at Sidney. Sidney with the full timeout. First National Bank scoreboard, 33-23 with 3:25 to go, third quarter.
Butler has done nothing wrong here in the third, and they need an answer to the Yellow Jackets. Thought they were going to get it on a drive from Spradling, but it doesn't go down.
In and out, and Ethan New had the rebound. It was taken away by Rusk there. Julius Rusk, the sophomore.
Aviators are 6 of 7 from the field, and that includes 3 3-pointers by A.J. Holderman.
Daniels all over him now. It's going to be off of Rusk. So ball due Sidney, turnover. Aviators.
A break for the Yellow Jackets. They needed something. It would have been nice to get a score off the timeout. That didn't happen, but their defense does come up with a play, if you will, to force the turnover. Now they need to get some offense started here. And again, what a start they had to the first play of the quarter. But
Spradling.
Charge.
Yep, they're going to get him for the charge. Julius Spradling.
And I don't know who he ran
Rusk.
over. Rusk, oh boy.
Yep.
That's what, okay, I said that, and then I thought it was Rusk. So that young man, a sophomore, has done a little bit of everything.
Yes, he has. He's a nice ball player.
Obviously, he's hit the rebounding marks. I think he's had an assist as well. Now took a charge.
Tanner Snyder into the game now for the Yellow Jackets, replacing Chase Daniel.
Coach
Willoughby.
He wasn't happy about that call
No,
either.
he was not.
What do you think the chances are he gets a technical before the game's over?
Green to right, across the lane. He gets it over to Holderman from the corner.
He's human.
No. Guess who got the rebound?
Rusk.
Julius Rusk.
This is second opportunity.
Jalen Wright drives. We're going to get a foul on Davis. Nope, 13.
Snyder.
Yep. Tanner Snyder picks up his first.
Davis checks out. Heron comes in. Give up a few inches there as back-to-back misses by Holderman. But another offensive rebound.
There's a charge. They're going to get Taven Crump with the charge.
His second foul of the ball game and the second of the quarter for the Aviators.
So 2:09 to go here, third quarter. Still 33-23. Butler with the 10-point lead. Again, Julius Spradling, leading scorer for Sidney, still looking for his first points. There's a block. They're going to get that is number 5, TJ Green.
Well, that's the third team foul against Butler. You know, maybe Sidney can draw more contact. One of the keys of the game I had down was get to the line to utilize their good free throw shooting. They've only had 3 attempts, so if they get some more fouls, although you're running out of time here, just under 2 minutes, haven't really been able to get to the free throw line to take advantage of their shooting. 5 seconds.
Yep. He's on steal.
Fourth turnover of the quarter, 9th of the ball game. And Aviators have 2 1/4, 8 in the first half, so they have 10.
Daniel going to come in for Raison Steele. .147 to go, third quarter.
Another task here for the Sidney defense. Try to get a stop, keep the deficit at 10.
Ball down to Rusk. Rusk over to Green. No.
Nice.
Backside rebound.
Nice
There's
job by
Spradling. No. Rebound Rusk. He gets it up to Holderman. Holderman. Oh, nice move. 12-point Aviator lead now.
Well, they like to get it out. It's almost like they know Russ is going to rebound. They get a jump start. That's probably the third time we've seen that for sure where Rusk has got it and really started to break with the quick outlet.
Sidney, Ethan New tried to hit Tucker Heron down low and off his hands. Sidney needs some help here. Down 35-23 with almost close to a minute to go in the third quarter.
So far it's been a 17-8 Butler advantage here in the third quarter. And yeah, the offense for the Yellow Jackets just not clicking tonight. Give credit to that to the Aviator defense.
Green off glass. No. Rusk almost with the rebound. Ethan New pulls it down. But Rusk steals it, gets it off to Green. Right. Drives. Nope. Green's going to drive. He puts up a jumper. Got it. 37-23 Butler.
That's 4 points this quarter that the Butler Aviators have scored off of Sidney turnovers. So if it is an offensive rebound they're scoring on, they've taken advantage with some key turnovers created and scored 4 points off them.
He's on steal to chase Daniel. Daniel drives off the glass. No, Russ with a rebound. 13 seconds to go here. Oh, Green all the way. Puts it up. Good. 16-point lead now, 39-23.
And
we're going to get a foul.
Yep, and maybe not a bad foul.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the third of the quarter. Holderman has none. He now has one, so you kind of stop the action.
30?
30, Holderman.
Yep, Holderman.
Oh, they're going to put some more time back on the clock, I think. I don't think they heard the whistle. It's kind of a heads-up play there when Holderman, it was a fast break, and I've said that before. If you're going to try to contest a guy in a fast break, why not foul them at the elbow versus at the basket? I mean, how many times do you actually block a shot?
Yeah.
You don't. You get called for the foul, and then they score it, and it just becomes worse. So they actually lowered the time down to 2.5.
So 2.5 seconds. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the...
Because it wasn't 6.5, so I don't know how the official, he noticed it. He came over and made the call.
Daniel, Davis from the foul line. No, and that'll do it. Third quarter complete. Butler 39, Sidney 23. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Back here at Sidney, getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Butler with a 39-23 lead over Sidney. Again, we like to thank our sponsors for bringing you tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Cargill, and NK Telco. On the First National Bank scoreboard again, Butler 39, Sidney 23. 8 minutes to go here in the ball game.
What a great quarter it was for.
It was 21-8, right?
21-8, yes, scoring advantage. Butler shot 8 of 14 from the field in the third quarter. Of those 8 of 14, they were 3 of 7 from three-point range. All those came from A.J. Holderman. The three makes did. Sidney, only 9 attempts, made 4, but just too much Butler offense as they got a lot of offensive rhythm and took advantage of some turnovers, converting them into points.
Crump loses it. Spradling got him from behind. Here's Steele off glass. Got it.
Well, if you're going to come back, start early because 8 minutes from running, the clock becomes the sixth weapon you've got to battle.
Yep. Green goes up against Davis. No. Here's Sidney running. Steele. They're going to get a foul.
On the ground before the shot, so.
They get Crump.
Either that or Holder, man. Nope,
yep.
Number 4.
Taven Crump picks up his third.
But kind of pace, Sidney Butler has to be careful they don't fall into the trap of run and gun or pushing the tempo because that's what Sidney wants to do, get their blood flowing and run.
They do.
That was a quick shot by the Aviators.
Steele on the inbounds from Daniel. Off glass, good. Back-to-back buckets by Azon Steele.
Well, good way to start the final 8 minutes. They're down by 12. Long way to go, but also time to come back. But they got to get a stop here and put some pressure on the Butler offense, if you will.
Coach Willoughby instructing them to get up on the ball. Gavin Gillum's in, number 2. Rusk back in the corner.
Out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
So 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter to start for Butler as they got to be careful now. You look for some momentum. Sidney has not hit a 3-point shot yet. A triple here would put them back into single digits.
John Fay Cunningham back in the game. Again, leading scorer Julia Spradling still has not scored in the ball game.
0 for 4 shooting. He did have 2 attempts in the third quarter. His other 2 attempts were in the second quarter.
Some nights it's your night, other nights it's not.
But I mentioned he missed a shot earlier, and he still came up, got an offensive rebound, and hit the thing, I thought, didn't it?
Yeah, so did I, but they didn't call it. They let it go.
Didn't notice it.
Cunningham with the rebound. Right up to Cunningham. He puts up a jumper. No, rebound, Gillum.
This is what Sidney wants, quick shots by the Aviators. That coupled with a couple of Butler turnovers, it becomes a little bit more of a pace the Yellow Jackets need to get into.
Davis with it down low, strong off glass. 39-29, 6:15 to go.
10 points for number 10.
There's Green. It's almost stolen. Holderman with it now. Coach tells him, hold it up, bring it back out.
They've got to slow it down, get back into their pace. These past few possessions have been Sidney-style basketball, and the Aviators have not been able to hand it. They've converted some, created some turnovers, or had some turnovers and some missed shots.
Holderman drives off glass, partially blocked. Here we go, Spradling up in front of everybody. Good. 8-point lead now. 39-31.
Is that shot down there blocked by Davis again, or got a piece of it? Was it Davis? I got him down unofficially for 3 block shots. He came in with 10. Now he has 13, and more importantly for the Yellow Jackets, an 8-point deficit now that at one time was 11.
8-0 run here. They got a charge. Charge on TJ Green. Coach Holderman wants a timeout. He's not happy. Full timeout, so we'll take this precision strip timeout with him. First National Bank scoreboard. Butler 39, Sidney 31, 5:14 to go. Fourth quarter, we'll be back right after this.
We are here, and here, and here. Mr. Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Mr. Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back to Sidney, which so far has been a very exciting fourth quarter, and we're only like 3 minutes into it.
Yeah, we got 5:14 to play in the game, and what a great start as Yellow Jackets were really sluggish the first 3 quarters. Nothing really in flow. It was a pace that Butler maintained.
Yes.
And we heard during the timeout taken by Coach Andy Holderman, we could hear it through our headsets.
Yeah.
Slow
down.
And his team got in that little bit of up-tempo. They missed some shots. They've already committed 3 turnovers.
Ooh, Spradling.
Block.
Oh, they're going to count it, too. Spradling with the bucket and the free throw. Foul's going to be on Fane Cunningham. His 4th. Team foul number 3.
So a lot of things working in Sydney's favor. They're getting some great offense. They're getting their leading scorer going. And they've already picked up 3 team fouls against Butler. So
that's one thing Butler doesn't want to do is put Sidney at the line. They're very good free throw shooting.
Now they need to capitalize here after we talked them up with their free throw percentage, and they do. And they are now shooting. They attempted none in the third quarter, so they're now 2 for 4 in the ball game.
Just like that, it goes from a 16-point lead to a 5-point lead.
Okay, it was 16. Yes,
yep.
I couldn't remember. I thought it was
39-23.
Yes, that's where we're at. I thought I wrote down 34. It was a 39.
11-0 run. They're going to get Mitchell Davis with a body.
His 3rd. Davis has had a nice game. 10 points. Has 3 or so block shots, rebounds. He's had a couple nice passes. You got to keep him on the court.
Had the alley-oop dunk to begin the third quarter.
First team foul of the 4th quarter for the Yellow Jackets.
450.
Wow.
Oh, he could have got a foul there, too.
Yeah, a little too much contact against Rusk.
Green. Spradling's on him. Spradling working hard on defense there. Close to 5, right over to Crump. Jalen Wright with it.
If they want to slow it down, put it in Rusk's hand to see if Sidney comes out to guard.
There he is. Big man off glass. Nice feed from Jalen Wright.
He now has 8 points. Does Julius Rusk. And again, all his points have basically been around the rim.
Yep.
One hand touching the net, the other hand scoring the ball almost.
More importantly, there's a steal created. Nope.
Was it ever stolen?
No.
Okay.
Steal with it. No. There's Rusk with the rebound. That last bucket by Aviators, more importantly, stopped an 11-0 Sidney run to begin the 4th quarter.
Yeah, well said. That 16-point lead went down to 5 in a heartbeat. It's up at 7, under half a quarter to play.
Jalen Wright with it. Gets it over to TJ Green. Green goes against, there's another block. And Green landed on the floor, laying out of bounds, and the ball hit him. So ball over to Sidney.
Davis, I'll record another 4th block. Again, came in with 10. And not only that one there, he had not only blocked it, but because it hit the defender out of bounds, team rebound for the Yellow Jackets. Davis will sit down here for not probably too long. He does have 3 fouls.
Spradling, deep 3. Oh, no. Jalen Wright with the rebound.
That would have been a momentum boost.
Yes, it would have.
Again.
Would have cut it to 4.
That would have given him 8 points in the game.
Oh, there's a steal by Chase Daniel. He goes up off glass. Good. 41-36, approaching 3 minutes to go here. Jalen Wright tried to get it to Russ. Russ. Oh, Spradling knocked it out of bounds. They're saying that Rusk was the last one to touch it, but officials disagree. TJ Green take the ball out of bounds. Rusk, there it is. No, he misses it. Gets his own rebound. Goes up strong. Stolen away. Here comes Julius Spradling. Steal. Drives by. They're going to get a foul.
Yeah, won't count the shot, but that's the arm bar. We're definitely Steele was slowed down with a forearm. And that's a 4th foul of the team. So, and Crump. So that's what City would like to do, is try to get to the foul line. And Davis will come back in after a short respite.
Davis back in, as Jeff said, for Tucker Heron. Inbound play goes to Snyder. Snyder to Steele. Spradling gets it. Oh, we're going to get a hold on Rusk. That's going to put Mitchell Davis at the line.
2 free throws for Davis, 61% shooter on the season. He attempted 1 in the first quarter on a hoop and harm play. But a chance here to draw that 5-point lead down, which would be the closest it's been since halftime when it was 18-15.
2:36 to go, fourth quarter, 41-36. Butler with the lead. Mitchell, first shot, good.
11 points now for the 6'4 senior. Doubling his average. He came in at 5.3 points a game and 4 rebounds. He's exceeded both those marks tonight and add in about 4 block shots as well.
He hits the second one. Now it's a one-possession game. 41-38. There's a deep throw to Green. Layup good.
Well, they've done a nice job in transition. They've got some open looks on that style tonight.
Steele puts up a shot. No. Rebound. Crump. Oh, Rusk all alone down below. Good. Off the glass.
Boy, if it isn't Rusk rebounding and throwing it down the court, how did he get down the court so quick?
I don't know, but he was down there, wasn't he? Spradling. Off glass. No. Mitchell knocks it over to Spradling. Wild play there. There's another open Holderman. Layup good. And boom, just like that. Back to a 9-point lead. 1:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. 47-38. Aviators with the lead. We'll just keep it here. We'd like to thank these additional sponsors of Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assistant Care, Hometown Opportunity, Hulsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Securicom, Buds, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. And our other sponsors are First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Cargill, and of course, NK Telco. Fourth quarter, 47-38. Butler. Sidney had cut it to a 3-point, 41-38 lead, or Butler lead, but that's what, 3 straight. The Butler Aviators got behind the Sidney defense and layups.
Yeah, it really looked good for Sidney after getting the free throws by Davis to cut it to 3. And then 6 unanswered and basically beating Sidney down the court. I'd have to watch the video again. I'm not real sure how it all happened on some of those, but nonetheless, the Aviators have come up with 6 straight. And time becoming an issue here like late in the fourth quarter.
Like you said, how did Russ get down there so quick on that one? Oh, look, Daniel dribbles it off his foot right to Crump. Crump out to T.J. Green, who's back to Crump.
They don't need to shoot.
Nope.
Sidney's going to have to foul.
Yeah, Sidney only has 1 foul.
Now 2.
In the quarter. So New picks up a foul.
Boy, it really looked good, though, for Sidney, with a 3-point deficit. Really turned the pace of the game around in their favor.
Seemed like that momentum shifted, and all of a sudden, boom, back to Butler.
They responded well. Butler probably knew they got in a track meet earlier, and Coach Holderman called a timeout and told them to slow it down. But it really wasn't that. It was more how they got almost sped up in transition to take that 3-point lead and grow it to 6 right away.
Yeah. Holderman with it, gets it off T.J. Green. Here comes the screen by Rusk. Nope. Davis. Green takes it. He's going to go to the bucket.
Whoa, there should be
They're going to get a foul on Tucker Heron.
But tough break. Well, it's a shooting foul. Why not foul out front?
Exactly.
And one gentleman you might want to foul if he does touch it is Julius Rusk. Just a 44% shooter on the season from the foul line, but instead it'll be T.J. Green, a 72% shooter.
29 of 40 on the season.
He's 2 for 2 tonight, so
31 for 42. Oh, we jinxed him.
Well, Sidney needed a break there, and I thought they should have tried to foul. Definitely not in the act of shooting, but if you're going to do that, do it quicker. You're under a minute to play. Need to hope for miss here and a rebound.
Second one is good by Green. So 10-point Aviator lead, 55 seconds to go. Sidney needs to score and in bunches quick. Daniel air ball.
Rusk
with the rebound. Green with it off to Crump. Crump off glass, good.
Crump, his first bucket of the game. Maybe a little bit of icing on the cake here. 12-point lead now for the Aviators.
Steal long three, no. Rebound knocked around. Daniel pulls it down. Gets it over to Heron. Almost out of bounds. Spradling with it down to 24 seconds. Daniel, another three, no. Another air ball. Rusk with another rebound. There's going to be a foul. Still will not put him at the line. That's only the fourth foul. Foul's going to be on number 5, Julia Spradling. 17.3 seconds to go. Butler looks like they're going to raise their record to 6-2 overall, 6-1 in the Miami division. Sidney's going to fall to 5-3 and 4-3 in the Valley division. 10 seconds, and I think Crump's just going to run out the clock, dribbling away. So final score, Butler 50, Sidney 38. We'll be back in a short break and let Jeff tally up all the numbers, and then we'll come back and bring you the post-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. We'll be right back.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back here to Sidney as Jeff figures up final stats. Again, we'd like to thank the following sponsors for bringing tonight's game. First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, Cargill, and NK Telco. Our scoreboard sponsor was First National Bank. Our keys to the game were brought to you by Keyhole Pizza. Our timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. We'll have the NK Telco player of the game, our mid and upcoming post-game stats brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems, and our live view sponsor tonight was Cargill. We'd also like to thank these additional sponsors of Carriage Works, Chiltex LLC, Cy Schwederman, Dickman Supply, Elmwood Assisted Care, Hometown Opportunity, Heelsman Automotive, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, SecureCom, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Crown Equipment, Shelby County Veteran Services, St. Henry Bank, and WCSM Radio. Again, Butler Aviators raised their record to 6-2 overall, 6-1 in the Miami division with a 50-38 win over the homestanding Sidney Yellow Jackets. Sidney's record falls to 5-3 overall and 4-3 in the Valley division. Again, we'd like to announce the broadcast replay information. NK Telco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app. You can rewatch this game if you have NK Telco Cable on Channel 153 New Year's Day at 6 p.m. Or you can watch it on January 12th at 2 p.m. and January 13th at 2 p.m. on Channels 3 or High Def 503. You can also watch any of the games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com sports. Just need to check the schedules and get on NK Telco, and you can watch those live via pay-per-view. And then you can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And here with the Grand Lake Health Systems post-game stats, Mr. Jeff Henson.
Thank you, Craig. The final score, 50-38 in favor of Butler, and they're shooting for the Aviators. They were 17 of 36 from two-point shooting, 3 of 13 three-point shooting. Overall, the Aviators 20 of 49 from the field. Yellow Jackets, 16 of 37 two-point shooting, 0 for 9 three-point shooting. Don't know when the last time they went without a three-pointer. They came in at 39% accuracy. We're 0 for 9 tonight. Overall, the field, Yellow Jackets 16 of 46. Free throw shooting, the Aviators were 3 of 4. Yellow Jackets 3 of 5. So again, limited shots at the line for Sidney. Couldn't capitalize on their percentage there. Just 3 out of 5. A good percentage, just down to volume. Rebounding for the Aviators, 33 rebounds. Of those 33, 10 were offensive. That they were able to turn those into 6 points. Sidney, 21 rebounds. Of those 21, 7 offensive rebounds. A total of 4 second chance points. Turnovers, Butler committed 14, and Sidney committed 12. Leading scorers in the basketball game for Butler. With 19, A.J. Holderman, he scored 13 in the third quarter. He ends the game with 19 points for A.J. Holderman, 13 points from T.J. Green, 10 from Julius Rusk, and probably a dozen or more rebounds for him.
Yeah.
4 points from Luke Seibert, 2 apiece from Jalen Wright and Tavian Crump, their total of 50. For Sidney, 2 players with 12, Mitchell Davis and also Azon Steele, each with 12. 5 from Jace Daniel, 5 from Julius Spradling, and 4 from Ethan New, their total of 38.
So the big thing I noticed on that was the scorers for Butler did what they had to tonight. The top 3 scorers had 19, 13, and 10. But the big thing that really jumped out to me was the rebounds. Coming in, Sidney averaged 31.7 rebounds a game, and they had 21 total, while just the opposite, Aviators had averaged 22.4, and they had 33 for the game. So they kind of flip-flopped there. But nice win for the Butler Aviators, who, again, Coach Holderman raised their record to 6-2, 6-1 in the Miami Valley, or in the Miami division of the Miami Valley League. And now we have to select our NK Telco player of the game, and I'll let Jeff do that.
Well, that award goes to a Sidney player, and tonight it'll be Mitchell Davis. The 6'4 senior finishes the game 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, total of 12 points. Unofficially, I have him down for 4, if not maybe 5 blocks. Also a handful of rebounds for Mitchell Davis, as he came in averaging 5.3, so he more than doubled his scoring average and played a nice game and did his part. Had a nice dunk to start the third quarter, but the Aviators always seem to find an answer. He hit a couple free throws to bring his team to within 3 in the fourth quarter, right when you're thinking, boy, this is where the Yellow Jackets are going to take control. And the Aviators just came up with about 3 consecutive positive plays to go on a 6-0 run and hold on to this victory, and in the end they win by 12. But congratulations to Mitchell Davis, our NK Telco player of the game.
So that'll do it for us here at Sidney High School. Again, Butler with a 50-38 win over the Sidney Yellow Jackets. So for Mr. Jeff Henson, my name is Craig Louth, and also for our director, Austin Ambergy, back at, I think he's
we'll say the studio.
Yeah, studio. Thank you for watching this high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Good evening, everyone.